My child, pause for a moment and listen closely, because this moment was not random, and you did not arrive here by chance. I have been guiding your steps even when you could not feel me, and I have drawn you here on purpose. Out of all the voices you could have heard today, I chose mine to reach you now. I am asking you not to scroll past, not to distract your heart, but to stay with me for these next moments, because what I am about to speak is meant specifically for you. There is a reason your spirit felt a pull when you saw this message. There is a reason something inside you whispered, "Stay." I see the weight you have been carrying quietly. I see the questions you have been asking in the dark. I see the prayers you did not know how to finish. You may feel overlooked, uncertain, or tired, but hear me clearly now. I have not missed you, and I have not forgotten where you are. This is not just encouragement. This is a summons. I am calling your attention because your life matters in ways you cannot yet see. You were chosen to hear this because you are standing at a crossroads, even if it does not look dramatic from the outside. What feels ordinary to you is a sacred intersection to me. I am interrupting your routine to remind you that I am actively involved in your story. Let this moment be a sign between us. If these words are stirring your heart, respond in agreement. Like this message, leave a comment declaring that you are listening, and share it with 3 people who need to be reminded they are seen. Hype this video and subscribe, not for noise or numbers, but because spreading what I speak allows more of my children to hear what they were chosen to hear. Your obedience in small actions carries greater weight than you realize. I know you may be wondering why now. Why today? Why this message? It is because timing matters, and your heart is more open than you think. I speak when you are ready to receive, even if your mind is still catching up. Do not measure this moment by emotion alone. Measure it by the quiet knowing rising within you that says, "This was meant for me." Even now, while you listen, I am working beneath the surface. I am aligning events, conversations, and opportunities that will make sense later. What you feel as a pause is preparation. What you interpret as silence is my careful planning. Trust that I would not call you to listen unless I intended to lead you somewhere new. Stay with me. Breathe. Let the noise settle. You are not here by accident, and you are not late. I have something to reveal to you, something that will bring clarity where there has been confusion and peace where there has been strain. This is only the beginning of what I want to say to you. Remain attentive, my child, because you were chosen to hear this message. My child, I want you to know something deeply and without doubt. I see you. Not the version of you that others notice, not the strength you show when you are trying to hold everything together, but the real you beneath it all. I see the quiet battles you fight when no one is watching. I see the moments when you smile for others, but feel heavy inside. I see the nights when your thoughts keep you awake, and the mornings when you rise even though you feel drained. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I know the season you are in right now. I know how long you have been waiting, how often you have asked if things will ever change. You may feel as though you have been doing everything right and still standing still. You may wonder if you misunderstood me, or if you were ever truly chosen at all. Hear me clearly. Your questions do not disqualify you. Your weariness does not disappoint me. Your tears have not gone unnoticed. I recognize the strength it has taken just to keep going. Some days, obedience for you has not looked like bold steps forward, but simply not giving up. And I honor that. I see how you have carried responsibilities that others never thanked you for. I see how you have loved when it cost you. I see how you have stayed faithful even when the reward felt far away. You are not invisible to me even when you feel unseen by the world. There are things you have not spoken out loud, fears you have buried deep, concerns you did not want to admit even to yourself. I know them all. I know where your confidence was shaken. I know where disappointment crept in. I know where you started to question your worth and your place. But my view of you has never changed. I have never measured you by your pace, your productivity, or your public success. I measure you by your heart. You may feel ordinary, overlooked, or replaceable, but that is not how I see you. I see the purpose woven into you long before this moment. I see the calling for me even in seasons that felt empty. What you thought was delay has been development. What you assumed was rejection hath been redirection. I have been closer than you realized, even when you felt alone. My child, you are not weak for feeling tired. You are not faithless for feeling unsure. You are human, and you are deeply loved. I do not choose people because they are flawless. I choose them because they are willing. And even when your willingness felt small, even when it felt fragile, I saw it, and I treasured it. Let this truth settle into your spirit now. You are known by me completely, and still chosen. You are understood by me fully, and still called. Nothing about your current struggle disqualifies you from what I am doing. In fact, this season hath been shaping you for what is next. Stay with me, my child. You are seen, you are recognized, and you are not walking this path alone. My child, now hear the truth that I am speaking over you. You were chosen, not because you were the loudest, the fastest, or the most visible, but because I saw your heart when no one else did. This moment, this message, this timing was not assigned by chance. I selected you with intention. Before you questioned yourself, before you doubted your direction, before you wondered if you still mattered, I had already marked you for this encounter. I need you to understand something clearly. Being chosen does not always feel like celebration at first. Often, it feels like pressure, isolation, or confusion. Many of my children believed that if they were truly chosen, everything would be easy, clear, and affirmed by others. That is not how my choosing works. When I choose, I prepare. When I select, I refine. And when I call, I often do it quietly so I can shape you deeply. You may have thought something was wrong because the path felt narrow, because support felt scarce, or because progress felt slow. But the truth is this: I was protecting you from distractions that would have diluted what I placed inside you. I was keeping you close while I strengthened your discernment. I was allowing the weight so you could grow the capacity to carry what is coming. Do not confuse silence with absence. Do not confuse delay with denial. You were not overlooked while others moved ahead. You were being set apart. I do not choose according to human standards. I do not rush what is sacred. I take my time with what is valuable. And you, my child, are valuable to me. There is a reason your spirit recognizes these words. There is a reason something inside you is awakening as you listen. This is confirmation. You were meant to hear this now because you are ready to receive the truth without running from it. You are ready to stop measuring yourself against others and start trusting my process for you. Let go of the lie that says you were chosen only if your life looks impressive. I choose vessels, not performances. I choose hearts, not headlines. What I am doing in you will last because it is rooted, not rushed. Stay open. Stay humble. Stay willing. This revelation is not meant to inflate you, but to ground you. You were chosen to hear this because you are being prepared to walk in alignment, not applause. And as this truth settles in you, let it move beyond you. I am saying to you now, this is the moment where obedience, becomes action. When you sow into this work, you are planting seed into souls I am drawing from every corner. Just as I told you that I give seed to the sower and bread for the eater, I am speaking that same living promise over you now. When you support this mission through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link placed in the description and shown my QR code, you are helping my light reach those I am calling next. Do not hesitate when I prompt your heart. Act quickly, act faithfully, and watch how I bless what you place in my hands. My child, because I love you, I must speak to you honestly now. There are places in your heart where fear hath been allowed to speak louder than my voice. There are moments when you have stepped back, not because I told you to wait, but because you were afraid of failing, afraid of being seen, or afraid of hoping again. I am not saying this to shame you. I am saying this to free you. You have learned to protect yourself by hesitating. You call it being cautious, but many times it hath been fear wearing a gentle name. You have told yourself that staying still is wisdom, when in truth, I was inviting you to trust me beyond what felt safe. I know where that fear came from. I know who disappointed you. I know where things did not turn out the way you prayed. But my child, past pain is not permission to close your heart to my leading. I need to lovingly correct the way you have been measuring yourself. You have looked sideways too often. You have compared your pace, your progress, your voice, and your journey to others. That comparison has quietly drained your confidence and distorted your calling. I never asked you to match someone else's timeline. I never asked you to copy another person's path. When you compare, you step out of alignment with me, and alignment is where peace lives. You have also believed the lie that obedience must feel comfortable before it is right. That is not how I train my children. Obedience often begins with trembling hands and a willing heart. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to trust me while fear is still present. I do not need you to feel ready. I need you to be willing. There are habits of thought I am asking you to release. Stop rehearsing worst-case outcomes. Stop assuming rejection before it happens. Stop calling yourself unqualified when I have already equipped you with everything you need for this step. You do not need more validation. You need deeper trust. You do not need to see the whole path. You need to take the next step with me. Hear this clearly, my child. Delayed obedience is still disobedience, even when it is wrapped in good intentions. Waiting for the perfect moment can cause you to miss the appointed one. I am not rushing you, but I am correcting you so you do not remain stuck where you were meant to grow. This correction is not punishment. It is proof that I am invested in you. I correct those I love because I see what they can become. I am not disappointed in you, but I am calling you higher. Higher than fear. Higher than self-doubt. Higher than the comfort of the familiar. Let me reframe this for you. You are not behind. You are not broken. But you are being invited to let go of what no longer serves your faith. Release the need to control outcomes. Release the need to be understood by everyone. Release the habit of shrinking when I am asking you to stand. I am here with you. I am not withdrawing my presence because of your hesitation. I am drawing you closer so you can hear me more clearly. Receive this correction as love, not criticism. Adjust your heart, line your steps, and trust that when I redirect you, it is always toward life, growth, and purpose. My child, come closer now and let me strengthen you. I know the weight you have been carrying, and I know how heavy it has felt to hold faith and fatigue at the same time. You have wondered how much longer you can keep showing up, how much more patience is required of you, how much strength you have left to give. Hear me clearly. I would never ask you to walk a path without also providing the strength to walk it. You are not weak because you feel tired. You are not failing because you need rest. Strength does not always look like pressing forward without pause. Sometimes strength looks like staying soft when life has tried to harden you. Sometimes it looks like choosing hope again after disappointment. And sometimes it looks like simply trusting me enough to keep listening. I am restoring you even now. While you have been focused on what you lack, I have been quietly replenishing what was drained. I am breathing fresh courage into places that felt empty. I am steadying your heart where anxiety tried to take root. You may not feel a sudden surge of energy, but do not mistake gentleness for weakness. What I am giving you now is sustainable strength, the kind that carries you forward without burning you out. Remember this, my child, you do not carry your calling alone. I walk with you. I go before you. I stand behind you. When you feel unsure, I am your clarity. When you feel small, I am your covering. When you feel overwhelmed, I am your peace. You are not meant to rely on your own strength. You are meant to lean into mine. I know there were moments when you thought you had reached your limit. Moments when you told yourself, I cannot do this anymore. But here you are, still listening, still seeking, still open. That alone tells me more about your strength than you realize. You are stronger than you think because I am the one sustaining you. Do not let discouragement write your story. Do not let temporary exhaustion convince you that you are incapable of what I have called you to do. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am asking you to trust that I am working even when progress feels slow. Growth does not always make noise. Sometimes it happens quietly, deeply, and steadily. Lift your eyes now. You are not at the end. You are in the strengthening. What you thought was breaking you has been building endurance in you. What you thought was setting you back has been training you to rely on me more fully. This season has not diminished you. It has deepened you. Take comfort in this truth. I am proud of you. Not because you have done everything perfectly, but because you have not given up. Because you have kept your heart open. Because you have continued to seek me even when answers did not come quickly. That perseverance matters more than you know. Receive my encouragement now. Let it settle into your spirit. You are capable because I am with you. You are sustained because I am faithful. And you will continue forward, not by your own might, but by the strength I place within you, step by step, exactly when you need it. My child, now I want you to rest in what I have promised you. Not what others have said, not what circumstances suggest, but what I have spoken over your life. My promises are not fragile. They are not weakened by time, delay, or opposition. What I have declared will stand, because I do not speak without intention, and I do not forget what I have begun. I know waiting has tested you. I know there were moments when you wondered if my promises still applied to you. You may have asked yourself if you missed something, if you waited too long, or if you were disqualified by your mistakes. Hear me clearly now. My promises are not canceled by your questions, and they are not erased by your imperfections. I remain faithful even when your faith feels small. What I have planned for you is unfolding according to my timing, not yours. I see what you cannot see. I understand how each step connects, even when it feels disconnected to you. There are doors I have kept closed for your protection, and there are doors I am preparing to open at the right moment. Trust me when I tell you that timing is part of the blessing. If I rushed you, you would arrive unprepared for what I intend to give you. I promise you this. I will guide you. You will not walk blindly. When the moment comes to move, I will make the next step clear. You do not need to force clarity or chase confirmation. Stay close to me, and I will direct your path in ways that bring peace, not confusion. My guidance may come quietly, but it will always be steady. I also promise to provide for you, not always in excess, but always in sufficiency. You will have what you need for each season I lead you through. Do not fear lack. Do not assume scarcity. I know your needs before you speak them, and I am attentive to every detail of your life. You are not an afterthought to me. I promise that your obedience will not be wasted. Every step you have taken in faith, even the ones that felt unseen, has mattered. I have stored up purpose in what you thought was ordinary. Nothing you surrendered to me was lost. I am a God who redeems, restores, and multiplies what is placed in my hands. My child, I promise you that you will not walk this path alone. When you feel uncertain, I will be your anchor. When you feel overwhelmed, I will be your refuge. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. You do not need to carry the future on your shoulders. That weight belongs to me. Hold on to this assurance now. What I started in you, I will complete. I do not abandon my work halfway. I do not lose interest in my children. I am committed to you, to your growth, to your healing, and to the purpose I placed within you. Let your heart settle into trust. You are not forgotten. You are not delayed beyond my reach. You are not outside of my plan. My promises over you are alive, active, and unfolding, even now. Stay faithful, stay close, and know this with certainty. I will do what I have said. My child, this is the moment where listening turns into response. I have spoken to your heart, not so you would only feel comforted, but so you would be aligned. Truth that is received but never acted on remains incomplete. I am not asking you to do everything at once. I am asking you to do what I am placing in front of you now. There is a gentle nudge in your spirit. You feel it. It is not loud, and it is not forceful, but it is persistent. That is me. I am inviting you to step out of hesitation and into trust. Not tomorrow. Not when everything feels clearer. Now, faith does not wait for perfect conditions, but it moves in obedience even when conditions feel uncertain. I know you want reassurance before you move. I know you want confirmation that you will not fail, that you will not be embarrassed, that you will not get hurt again. But hear me clearly. Trust is built when you move with me, not when you wait without me. You already have what you need for the next step. You do not need the full map. You need to place your foot where I am pointing. This activation is not about striving. It is about surrender. Surrender your need to control outcomes. Surrender your fear of being misunderstood. Surrender the version of yourself that keeps waiting for permission. I have already given it. When I chose you, I also empowered you. When I called you, I also committed to walk with you through it. Let prayer rise from your heart now, not as a performance, but as a conversation. Speak to me honestly. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me where you feel unsure. Tell me where you feel excited but hesitant. I am not intimidated by your honesty. I respond to it. As you pray, listen. I will meet you in the stillness. This is also the moment to let go of old agreements. You have agreed with fear for too long. You have agreed with delay, with self-doubt, with the lie that you need to be more before you can move forward. Break those agreements now. Agree with my voice instead. Agree with what I have spoken over you. Agree with the truth that you are chosen, prepared, and guided. You may not feel a dramatic shift immediately. Do not let that discourage you. Activation is not always emotional, it is often intentional. It is choosing alignment again and again. It is waking up and saying, I will trust you today. It is taking one obedient step and allowing me to meet you there. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to respond. Respond with faith. Respond with willingness. Respond with a heart that says, I am here, and I am listening. Even small acts of obedience create movement in the spirit. Even quiet yeses open doors you cannot yet see. Stay present with me. Do not drift back into distraction or doubt. Let what I have spoken shape your decisions, your posture, your expectations. This activation is preparation for peace. When you move in alignment with me, you will find rest even in motion. Take this moment seriously, my child. Not with pressure, but with purpose. Something has been stirred in you for a reason. Honor it. Trust me. And step forward, knowing that I am already there, waiting to walk with you into what comes next. My child, now let your heart rest. You have listened, you have received, and you have allowed my voice to meet you where you are. Nothing about this moment was rushed, and nothing was wasted. I brought you here to remind you of what is true, to quiet what was noisy inside you, and to anchor you again in my presence. You were chosen to hear this message because your heart needed alignment, not pressure, and reassurance, not fear. As you move forward from this moment, do not carry urgency that comes from anxiety. Carry peace that comes from trust. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to force outcomes. You do not need to rush ahead of me. Walk with me, step by step, and let that be enough. When doubts try to return, remember what I have spoken. When uncertainty whispers, remember who called you. I am steady, and I am near. Let this message settle into you like calm after a storm. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not misplaced. I am guiding you with intention, even when the path feels quiet. What is unfolding in your life will make sense in time. Until then, remain faithful, remain teachable, and remain close to me. Peace is not found in having all the answers. It is found in trusting the one who does. Carry this truth with you. You were chosen, you are seen, and you are held. No season of your life exists outside of my care. I am still working, still seeking, still leading, and I will continue to do so long after this message ends. Let hope rise gently within you. Let your shoulders relax. Let your spirit breathe. Before you go, respond to what you have heard. Like this message as a sign of agreement. Leave a comment declaring that you received it. Share it with 3 people who need to be reminded that they are chosen too. Hype this video and subscribe, not out of habit, but as an act of partnership in spreading what I am speaking to my children in this time. What you share in faith, I will multiply in impact. And hear me now as I speak to those whose hearts feel stirred to support this mission. I am telling you plainly, this work is soil, and you're giving a seed. When you respond through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description and shown by QR code, you are helping my voice reach those who are still searching for confirmation. I am the one who told you that those who sow generously will reap in abundance, and I speak that living promise over you now. Do not delay when I prompt your heart, because obedience opens doors faster than hesitation ever could. I bless what you release in faith, and I return it to you pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. Act now, and partner with me in lighting the way for souls who are waiting to hear what you just received. Go in peace, my child. I am with you, always.